poem to Nina ma'am personally. Whatever. I was writing it right now when people were talking. So the title is Perplexes. Blame biology if you must, but it is true that one situation has a billion perspectives and at least three solutions. And a mind that can create unicorns of a poorly depicted one horned rhino can only be an infinite times as dark as reality. Second, thoughts, fear, anxiety. You know this isn't real. You know this will never be happening. You know this has never happened before. But we have wished to fly for a long time now too. And if there is anything that history teaches us, it is that we cannot escape what has inhabited and grown into ourselves. You have been in this dungeon for as long as you remember. Darkness is all you have ever known. The rats will eat your skin half away. It's painful, but it's known. Actions for a single perspective and constant parameters shall always have a predictable reaction. And when you suddenly see that you have freedom, you will walk away. No more rats, no more fear, no more fungus, no more virus. But the people will always think you are a monster, and the sun might burn your half eaten skin. Thank you.
Aditi is growing every day. Prinika, you want to go next or is it Nikita? Prinika, go ahead.
Sir, I will. Sir, yes, sir. I look above for my life. I look above someone to take off all around the earth. Oh, wind, I'm tired of pure hide and seek. Before the last breath, I hope you meet. Sir, it's actually short for you now.
Yeah, that's over. Is that over?
Can I read another short poem?
Yeah.
Uh, some hates you, some curse you, for some you are graveyard, for some you are a killer, but for me an Althusser, who lift my face to look above the sky, to swipe my tears. That's all, sir.
Prinika, you are addressing your poems to someone, right? There is always an addressing.
No. It's actually it's for rain,
Okay.
rain and me. I love nature.
You love, okay, it's, yeah, I mean, there is, I said, there is an addressee. Mostly it is an ode, addressing someone. Whatever you write addresses someone. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, warning bell comes for, yeah, from your sweet better half or from kids. Anyway, bye bye, Riaz. Take care. Gopinath sir, would you be reciting a poem? Now Nikita is going to recite a poem, and I hope that we will have Gopinath sir's poetry as well. I mean, everyone else. Pinky ma'am will also have a poem today, definitely.
Sir, good evening, sir. I am very happy to meet all of you, sir. I am a novice to this workshop, sir. Actually, till second week of this month, I was busy in PGCT contact program and examination, so that's why I did not concentrate on this program.
Yeah.
But last week onwards, I am just listening this video, sir. So I am not ready to just read any poem, etc.
But I hope you will read it some other day, definitely, right? Tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Just one or two.
Yeah.
It's time. I am very, very happy to meet all of you, sir. Here, really, it's a great platform where I can meet like great people like Rahim madam, writer, poet, and Neena madam, Nikita madam, and Aditi madam, etc. Jyoti ma'am also. Really, I'm very, very happy to meet all of you, sir. Really, it's a great platform, and you are a versatile genius, sir. Really. You're a versatile person.
Sir, Nikita is having a heart attack. When you call her Nikita madam, she says I'm only 18 and you are calling me madam.
So, respect to ladies first. That's okay.
Yeah. We have to respect because some people will not be happy if we don't call them madam.
Okay, so thank you very much, sir.
Nice to meet you,
Uh,
sir. Yeah, I guess you are from TSW or, I mean,
I'm from
Telangana.
Telangana, sir. Telangana. I'm working at a degree college, sir. That residential degree college. Jyoti ma'am
Yes,
working at
sir.
social.
Yeah, I
Working
spoke
at
to
yeah.
you.
I'm
Uh,
working at the tribal residential degree college, sir.
oh,
Telangana, from Telangana.
right. Nice to meet you, sir. This is the first time you come online,
Thank
so that's nice.
Mm.
We hope to
because
meet
I'm
you in this poetry session at least, because here only very few poetic souls stay. Everyone else leaves after the interaction. Yeah.
like very best.
Thank you. Okay, nice to meet you, sir. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir. Okay.
Yes, Nikita is now going to tell us about the heartache and the heartbreak of being called madam.
Sir, no, let us hear from you first, then I'll go.
No. See, you have to first do Varapadam before you can ask me anything. So,
Come on, Nikita, we'll help you. Say, wow.
no.
Vadapalam.
It is self help.
Yeah.
See, every day her mom
Sir,
is giving her some treatment for her tongue because every morning her tongue gets twisted after trying out Varapadam. Yeah.
sir, no, English you can read, no? If
No,
not,
Nikita, you have to recite a poem now. Um,
okay.
yeah.
It's a very short poem, I won't be long.
And by then Pinky will be ready.
More people are joining.
An- Ankita has joined as well. Okay.
Uh, I think the last time I read, I didn't give a context, so probably it went haywire. There is not much context to this book, only that mm, I was thankful that I could cry and tears could come out, tears that I could touch and see and taste, and it felt real. The pain I could touch it, so or else it would feel unreal. And I was thankful that they didn't come with a, what is that called, expiry date, no calculations that you can cry this much today, so you have to, oh my god, I cried already, I can't cry or something. So I thought I wrote about it. Okay. The title is Thank God for Tears. Thank God for tears, or it would all appear unreal on days your favorite team doesn't make it, or your brother ate the last cookie, on days when you can't get out of bed and only despair seems to be at hand, nights when nothing goes right. Thank God for tears. Tears screaming and salty when you cross the road to avoid an old lover, scalding hot ones on agitated afternoons, balmy breezy with remembrances, too fearful and fond to be spoken aloud, of that one past rendezvous, tears in want of love or too much of it. Out they come, of happiness, of longings, of anger, of gratitude. Thank God they know no exhaustion. Oh, how the generous ones embarrass, in shared cabs, on park benches, or with parents. But again, nothing more unabashedly sincere, more relieving. So, some hurried tears before on stage, and some to be shed at leisure because why not? Some saved for the day you will finally have a room to you and won't rush to wipe or hide them. Thank you.
Nice. Nikita, you always have class. And that melancholy strain. Who is going? Nina ma'am, please take over.
Gopika, Unish, you said you would. Pinky disappeared again. Ankita, Anand, Gopika, ma'am, Ankita, Anand.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I will try, ma'am.
Sure.
A glittering ray of hope enshrined in their hearts, miles and miles to migrate, yet they migrate like the migratory birds and fishes to a new land of aspirations. Departing from their own motherland, the migrant workers bearing a tag of otherized identity. Civilized folks yelled at them, the others, the migrants, the guest laborers, falling out of the box of general, the backbreakers, the sedulous beings, slogging without any encouragement, calling them as the cheapest laborers, but making use of their each and every sweat drops, a repugnance to sit along with them, a revulsion to dine with them. Why this so-called authorizing and aversion towards the guest laborers? Thank you.
Thank you for being the voice of them. It means a lot. Can we have a peek at you, Gopika ma'am? In case if we happen to meet, I'm here just to make friends. Can we see you once?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you into subaltern literature or something? Or
Yeah,
diaspora?
I am interested in Dalit literature, sir, but I'm doing my research on cultural studies, based on cultural studies.
Lovely. And Ankita Anand, ma'am, are you here? Can we hear from you? Hello. Richu had gone to Paramila, actually went to Paramila and prayed for all of you here. And special thanks to her. She actually went to Paramila church, put candles. Thank you, dear.
Yeah, Ankita is here. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
I wrote it about nature. It is morning at the window. Looking outside the window one morning, I saw a lotus pond, a sight so touching which early morning dawned. It was a spot to behold, as the early morning ray transformed it into gold. So beautiful was the morning, quiet and bare, with birds singing and chirping in the smokeless air. All the flowers and butterflies came once more to greet. Never did I experience a calm so deep. A delightful cool breeze wafted through the grandstand, pressing me with the meek embrace into the dreamland. The early dewdrops with the pristine coating glazed like a wet white glassy earrings. Before me shone a glorious world restored. O blessed birth, I was fortunate to see the wondrous beauty the earth bestowed. That beautiful morning had many more things to showcase. May the beauty of earth find a reserve of strength and once more be a fairy place. Thank you.
A romantic poet somewhere.
Richu will be so glad after the melancholy things. No, this is something to look forward to in nights. Thank God, I was dreading if I say this and then I don't have a turnover. Like someone doesn't come after me, she'll think, "Oh my God, this is." I went to bed thinking that someone is crying and writing an eulogy about it. Thank God.
Hey, don't think so much. I think a poet
Overthinking is a second nature.
Yeah.
Right. Pinky, you do have something to share. Come on. Why? At least speak up. Where are you from?
Yeah, we want to hear you. Just hear you. Need not recite. Oh, muted.
Mute.
Still muted. Yeah, some voice is coming.
I am from Assam.
The Seven Sisters, one of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Hi, sister. How was Raksha Bandhan?
Yes, sir.
How was Raksha Bandhan? Rakhi.
No, actually, I'm from Upper Assam, and there we don't celebrate Raksha Bandhan, and I don't have brothers or brother.
But Sikkim is your brother, right? Seven Sisters plus Sikkim.
But I can tie Rakhi.
Yes. Yes. So, Pinky, don't you write poetry? We know you write poetry. You have written poetry.
I don't have any creativity.
Any?
Creativity.
Really? Okay.
Yes, sir.
I think that was a very creative sentence. I don't have any creativity is a very creative sentence. Not many people have spoken that sentence before.
Sorry, sir.
No. Pinky, tell what you are doing and I will tell you how creative you are. Tell us about yourself in a long sentence.
I have completed my master's from Tezpur University, and currently I am pursuing B.Ed.
Okay, so how many people in the world have created that sentence before? I have completed my degree from Tezpur University and currently I am pursuing my B.Ed. I don't think many people have actually produced that sentence. And anyway, no one has created that sentence in this workshop before. This is a 1 month workshop and you are probably the only person who came up with such a sentence. So this is very creative and your smile itself tells us that you are so creative. See, Pinky, anybody who uses language cannot but be creative. You are using language and you are here. If you are here and if you are listening to what is happening here, then you are creative. Creativity can be, it's a sensibility. Some people have the sensibility to write or produce creative things, and some people have the sensibility to assimilate creative things. Either way, it is creative. If you enjoy poetry, that is also creative. It is not like you have to write to be creative. But I think, personally, I think you have a poet somewhere. Most of these people are poets. I have no doubt about
I have to try someday.
Not someday, today.
No, sir, please, not today.
Are you busy? And do you have some urgent work to do?
No, but I need some time.
No. Today you have to. You don't have time.
No, sir,
This is your assignment.
Okay, I will do tomorrow.
No, today. Only today.
No, sir, please.
Only 1.5 hours left today. You will have 15 minutes to write a poem. Not now. After this session is over, 15 minutes, only 15 minutes you should take. Don't try to write the perfect line. Don't try to do anything perfect. Just write a poem on any topic. Okay.
And then I will send it to you.
Yeah, definitely. And I will recite it for everyone tomorrow. Yeah.
Please.
It will be wonderful.
It is good then.
Then it is good. Definitely.
Okay, I will try it.
Yeah, you will write it. I know. And then we will know how good Pinky is. And most importantly, Pinky will know how good she is with poetry.
Sir and Nina. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
Pinky, yes, continue.
Pinky.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir and Nina, like we can go to the next level, we can have some prompters for stories and then we can create a story of our own.
Why not?
Instead of limiting ourselves to only poetry recitals.
After a poem in Urdu from Shabina ma'am.
Yeah, she has promised.
Yeah.
Hello. Not forgotten you. Come on. As how do you say that? As kiji or whatever. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, the title of the poem is Tum Ek Gorakh Dhanda Ho, and it's about God. And the poet is Niaz Khalvi, and he tries to find out what is the meaning of God, and ultimately he doesn't know. He's confused. So here I start. कभी यहाँ तुम्हें ढूंढा कभी वहाँ पहुँचा تمہاری دید کی خاطر کہاں کہاں پہنچا. غریب مٹ گئے پامال ہو گئے لیکن کسی تلک نہ تیری آج تک نشاں پہنچا. ہو بھی نہیں اور ہر جاں ہو تم ایک گورکھ دھندا ہو. ہر ذرے میں کس شان سے تو جلوہ نما ہے. حیراں ہے مگر عقل کے کیسا ہے تو کیا ہے. جو الفت میں تمہاری کھو گیا ہے تجھے دیر و حرم میں نے ڈھونڈا تو نہیں ملا ہے. مگر تشریف فرما تجھے اپنے دل میں دیکھا ہے. ڈھونڈے نہیں ملے ہو نہ ڈھونڈے سے کہیں تم. اور پھر یہ تماشا ہے جہاں ہم ہیں وہیں تم. جب بجز تیرے کوئی دوسرا موجود نہیں پھر سمجھ میں نہیں آتا تیرا پردہ کرنا. جو الفت میں تمہاری کھو گیا ہے اسے کھوئے ہوئے کو کچھ ملا ہے. نہیں ہے تو پھر انکار کیسا. نفی بھی تیرے ہونے کا پتہ ہے. میں جس کو کہہ رہا ہوں اپنی ہستی اگر وہ تو نہیں تو اور کیا ہے. میں نہیں آیا خیالوں میں اگر تو پھر میں کیسے سمجھا تو خدا ہے. حیراں ہوں اس بات پہ تم کون ہو کیا ہو. ہاتھ آؤ تو بت ہاتھ نہ آؤ تو خدا ہو. عقل میں جو گھر گیا لا انتہا کیوں کر ہوا. جو سمجھ میں آ گیا پھر وہ خدا کیوں کر ہوا. چھپتے نہیں ہو سامنے آتے نہیں ہو تم. جلوہ دکھا کے جلوہ دکھاتے نہیں ہو تم. دیر و حرم کے جھگڑے مٹاتے نہیں ہو تم. جو اصل بات ہے وہ بتاتے نہیں ہو تم. حیراں ہوں میرے دل میں سمائے ہو کس طرح. حالانکہ دو جہاں میں سماتے نہیں ہو تم. یہ مابعد و حرم یہ کلیسا وہ دور کیوں. ہر جائے ہو تبھی تو بتاتے نہیں ہو تم. دل پہ حیرت نے عجب رنگ جما رکھا ہے. ایک الجھی ہوئی تصویر بنا رکھا ہے. کچھ سمجھ میں نہیں آتا کہ یہ چکر کیا ہے. کھیل کیا تم نے اجل سے یہ رچا رکھا ہے. روح کو جسم کے پنجر کا بنا کر قیدی اس پہ پھر موت کا پہرا بھی بٹھا رکھا ہے. یہ برائی وہ بھلائی یہ جہنم وہ بہشت اس الٹ پھیر میں فرماؤ تو کیا رکھا ہے. اپنی پہچان کی خاطر ہے بنایا سب کو سب کی نظروں میں مگر خود کو چھپا رکھا ہے. راہ تحقیق میں ہر غم پہ الجھن دیکھوں وہی حالات و خیالات میں انبن دیکھوں. بن کے رہ جاتا ہوں تصویر پریشانی کی غور سے جب بھی کبھی دنیا کا درپن دیکھوں. ایک ہی خاک پہ فطرت کے تجاوزات اتنے حصوں میں بانٹا ایک ہی آنگن دیکھوں. کہیں زحمت کی سلگتی ہوئی پتجھڑ کا سماں کہیں رحمت کے برستے ہوئے ساون دیکھوں. کہیں پھنکارتے دریا کہیں خاموش پہاڑ کہیں جنگل کہیں صحرا کہیں گلشن دیکھوں. خوں رلاتا ہے یہ تقسیم کا انداز مجھے کوئی دھنوان ہے یہاں پر کوئی نردھن دیکھوں. دن کے ہاتھوں میں فقط ایک سلگتا سورج رات کی مانگ ستاروں سے موزن دیکھوں. کہیں مرجھائے ہوئے پھول ہیں سچائی کے اور کہیں جھوٹ کے کانٹوں پہ بھی جوبن دیکھوں. رات کیا شے ہے سویرا کیا ہے یہ اجالا یہ اندھیرا کیا ہے. میں بھی نائب ہوں تمہارا آخر کیوں یہ کہتے ہو کہ تیرا کیا ہے. جو کہتا ہوں مانا تمہیں لگتا ہے برا سا پھر بھی ہے مجھے تم سے بہرحال گلہ سا. ہر ظلم کی توفیق ہے ظالم کی وراثت مظلوم کے حصے میں تسلی نہ دلاسا. کل تاج سجا دیکھا تھا جس شخص کے سر پہ ہے آج اسی شخص کے ہاتھوں میں ہی کانسا. یہ کیا ہے اگر پوچھوں تو کہتے ہو جواباً اس راز سے ہو سکتا نہیں کوئی شناسا. تم ایک گورکھ دھندا ہو.
I got reminded of Ghalib. جب تجھ بن کوئی نہیں ہے موجود تو یہ ہنگامہ خدا کیا ہے. Very nice. I mean, the paradox that runs throughout Urdu poetry is so much there. Wonderful.
Ma'am, who's the poet?
Niaz Khilji.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was reminded of Mirabai who yearns for Krishna.
Yes, me.
Urdu is the most melodious,
There's no,
language in the world.
there's no language like that. It's very distinct.
Even if you don't understand everything, you feel it. Bahut khoob,
Sir,
bahut sundar,
sir,
bahut ke acha. Right? They say it like that in Urdu, right? Bahut ke acha,
Yeah, बहुत खूब.
bahut khoob.
Khan, everything, the diction you've done is
Herat Angais, is it? Is it?
What?
Not like that. Maybe.
almost.
Hayrat Anges.
Yeah, Herat
I
Angais.
think the best. I think Urdu poetry is very famous because it has been made into songs, been wonderful songs. The renditions, the recital. I mean, who would think Faiz wrote it for revolution? When we hear that "Mujhse pehli si mohabbat mere mehboob na mang," everyone until now thinks it's for a beloved, but nobody would ever think it's written for revolution. I mean, that is the addressee in Urdu poetry. You know, it's deliberately left unrevealed, like even John Donne does that. You know, it could be beloved, it could be nation, it could be revolution, it could be God, it could be a friend. It's completely up to the readers. It's that is how Ghalib did a social satire on the rulers. He used to like leave it at that. Nice, very nice.
Yeah.
Well said,
He's
Richard.
like, he's like Kabir Das, you know. Ghalib is like Kabir Das. He's targeting everyone.
Yeah. Very nice. Thank you.
So we cannot believe that you made us wait for 3 days for this, Shabina ma'am. That's what Richard tells. No once.
Sir, isn't it Barra Param? Barra Param.
Ah, long way to go.
I practiced it.
So, Variparam?
No.
Barra Param.
Param.
Barra Param. I have a Malayali friend. She taught me. She'll be very disappointed with me. She's been teaching me for 2 days this only word. And,
That's cruel. So now you have to.
No, it is Vadaparam. She took the bait and she agreed that she has taken the challenge. So
No, that's close enough. Just tell it once more, Nikita. Vara Param. Richu, help.
Barra Param. Okay, I'll try again tomorrow probably.
Saying this, if you can collect a Vadaparam from a shop in Kerala, then I will appreciate it.
I will send it to you. Where were you?
Oh, Richi will send original Vadaparam to you.
Thank you.
I will send.
Meanwhile, do you know what a Vadaparam is?
I think it's a banana, isn't it?
Right banana, plantain. Right plantain, yeah.
Where are you, Nikita?
My friend taught me.
Where do you stay?
I am from. My home state is Odisha.
Oh yeah, Odisha.
Oh, we have so many people from Odisha. Shatarupa, Kalahandi is in Odisha, no? Kalahandi? Yeah, I was there. JP Das. The poorest, oh my god, one of the saddest places in India. Kalahandi.
Jyoti ma'am was telling about some story prompts. I didn't. Could you tell that like once again? What was your idea, ma'am? Actually,
Like we can have a story prompt. You know, if I give the prompt of a story, like say one day I was traveling on a bicycle or a bus. I saw a lady.
Oh,
in
that's
white
been a
saree.
yarn.
And then
Yeah.
you spin a yarn, right? And then somebody can add to the story.
Like what we did for a second class ticket to Annavali Nagar.
No, not that.
Not like
they
that.
want to continue
You
the
can also
story.
do one thing.
You have to
Like,
continue.
if Jyoti ma'am tells a line, a prompt, and we
Part
can.
of chain story, exactly, Gopika.
yeah,
Yes,
stay.
Meena ma'am can tell 1 line or 2 lines, and then Manu sir can tell, Gopika ma'am can tell, and then that way can go.
So Jyoti ma'am, start off. Go ahead.
No.
Huh?
One night, all of a sudden, I woke up hearing a noise. Continue.
I will do one thing.
I looked out of the window.
Yeah,
Sorry.
continue.
I looked out of the window to see the cat had jumped off of the roof and walked into the yard.
Now, Pinky, I'm calling out names based on the order in which you are on my screen. Pinky, yeah. Mute.
Yes, sir.
You have to continue this time.
Actually, I was writing.
Okay, no problem. Somebody else. Oh, Pinky is writing her poem. See how honest she is.
But I need more time, not only 15 minutes. That's why.
15 minutes is enough. I don't want you to write an epic because
No,
students
sir,
are, you know.
it's enough for experts like you and other members who are so good.
No, it is not like that. The problem is if you write an epic, then Milton will be in trouble. So I just want you to write a short lyric, short poem, and yeah, it's 10:44 p.m. Comes the reminder. We will continue the story maybe some other day.
Yeah, tomorrow. So it's on the night, one day I wake up and the cat is on the roof and it fell down. Okay, we'll continue from there.
Yeah.
Anybody else with poetry today? Ready with poetry? Who wants to read, recite? Surya Karti, good night everyone. Bye. Okay, she's going. No more poems? Okay, then we shall.
So you can tell a poem in your mother tongue.
No, that is after Varapadam. Oh, no mother tongue.
Varapadam.
Aditi is getting it somewhat right. I will, I will just wait a moment. I will read a poem by one of my friends. This poem is written by a friend of mine in South Africa. His name is Ernest Gift Makwakwa, and he calls himself a son of God. This poem is titled Love, Criminal Justice, and I am reciting this exclusively for Aditi so that she will have beautiful dreams as she goes to sleep. Love, Criminal Justice. So in this poem what the poet does is he assumes the role of a love, criminal justice detective who eventually arrests and detains the criminal, his beloved, to his heart. Putting in someone in jail also ensures that the person won't be stolen by someone else. That is the idea. I mean, something I just wanted to introduce. Okay, here goes the poem. Love, Criminal Justice. I am the love, criminal justice detective. Have you been single for almost more than a year? That's a punishable crime. You will be suspended to my eyes, locked into my heart, given a sentence of a lifetime to my life. You will be released by marriage from your home to our home. You will have a mark of being convicted to the love, criminal justice by a ring on your finger. You shall get a parole award for the most well-behaved criminal by having a child to love. You are now arrested to my heart. You will have the right to speak and the right to freedom, the right to love and leave, and the responsibility to express your feelings. This is another episode of life, and if you are in love with me, then you are arrested to my heart. Respect the law. Now this was actually a proposal he made to a lady and she rejected.
Wonderful. Ernest, that's his name, Ernest?
Ernest Gift Makwakwa, young person, around 30 now. We became friends through, there was a Orkut, I think. We became friends through Orkut, I think. And at that time we were both in our college days. And
What is Orkut?
Yes, Shabina ma'am?
What is Orkut? Orkut.
Orkut. Oh, yeah. Orkut was a social platform that existed before WhatsApp and all. Orkut.
Twitter, before, like something like Twitter, no? Orkut?
You could chat with people anywhere else in the world. That was the idea with
Yes,
Orkut,
yes,
and
yes.
that was the big thing in our time, when in my college days and all. That time we didn't have internet and all. A lot of internet. Yeah, there was internet, but not a lot of it. So he's still only in maybe 30, around 30. He's younger to me. So he wrote this poem. He wrote this proposal. He wrote it, and she said it reeks of male chauvinism, and she rejected not only the poem but the proposal as well. I told him, means it is good to be poetic, but poetry is not life, and maybe you could have done something better. But it is a good poem, nevertheless. I guess there is a lot of male chauvinism you can read into that poem.
Exactly my thoughts. I was just keeping quiet about it when you said she rejected him. I said a very natural reaction from any self-respecting girl.
Yeah, that was
But
the
I
problem.
thought it was just sarcastic, like, like.
Yeah, but his vein was sarcastic. It
No, I mean,
didn't mean,
in the loving way, I mean, usually when I have felt that, at the moment your friend is telling very, very sweet, sweet words, I distrust that person. But the moment she starts, or he or starts calling me names and, doing it, then you find the genuinity of love, So I just
Exactly.
look at it that way.
I
So,
think like that, and I know this person. I know that he doesn't have any such patriarchal male dominating ideas. So he's wrote it in another vein altogether. But had she been a poet, maybe she would have understood. And I think he spoke it to her rather than give it to her. So I don't know why she rejected it. But he is a very good boy. I mean, I will recommend it to any girl I know.
that's often, I mean, it seldom does some of these people understand. Like, I do have friends like that, and I hold them very close to my heart. So every time I do a mistake or anything right, they're the first ones to call me all the bad names in the Malayalam dictionary, and I trust them. And that's a kind, even in Hindi also, like,